Hi there, welcome to my channel. In today's video, I'll be showing you about Amazon EBS, that is Elastic Block Store. And I will show you how to create volumes and how to attach, how to detach, how to resize the volumes, and also to take the snapshots and how to attach the volumes to the EC2 instance. So all those things I'm going to cover in this video. So EBS Elastic Block Store, it is a network drive that we can attach to our instance in the running state only, not in the terminated state or shutting down. We cannot attach, it should be in the running state. And whatever the data is there, we are saving in the Elastic Block Store or the volume that is persistent even after the termination. And it can be mounted to one instance at a time, and it is also bound to availability zone. So the availability zone in which your EC2 instance is, we need to create the volume in the same instance, otherwise we won't be able to attach it. So in the lab, I will show you how to launch an EC2 instance. Again, there is an option is there, whether we want to delete the volume on termination or not. That is our choice. By default, it is yes, we need to terminate at the root volume that is attached to the EC2 instance in which our OS is there. And how to create a volume, how we are going to attach the volume to the EC2 instance. And even we can resize the existing volumes, and how to take a snapshot, copying the snapshot, and also to how to create a volume from a snapshot. So let's move on to the lab. We will move on to the AWS console. So this is our EC2 dashboard. I will launch one instance. So here I will put my EC2 EBS. You can choose the OS, whichever you want. And then I'm using the T2 micro, the instance type. Keep I'm not going to generate, I will just use my previous ones. If you want to create, you can create over here. Now here is the important thing, like configure the storage. You can see by default it is 8 GB, 8 TB and GP2 root volume, that is. And if you go to the advanced over here, you can see over here, delete on termination. So this is by default, yes. We can also make it no. So our volume will get saved even after the EC2 instance is being terminated. So by default it is yes. So once you terminate your EC2 instance, automatically the volume also get removed. So for free tier, you can see we can get 30 GB of EBS purpose SSD or magnetic storage. We can get this for free tier. That's all. So just click on the launch instance. And let's go to the view all instances. You can see we have created the EC2 instance in US East 1C. So we need to keep it, remember. Still it is pending. It will take few seconds. Okay, yeah, it started running. Now if you go to this EC2 instance, you can see under the storage, we are only having one volume, that is the root volume, and it is of 8 GB. So you can see over here, and delete on termination, it is yes. So this is the only volume that is being attached. Now we will go to the volumes over here. So you can see currently it is showing the volume that is attached to our EC2 instance. Let's click on create volume. I'm just taking 2 GB general purpose. You can select the volume type, whichever you want. So you can see 2 GB. So as I said, our EC2 instance is in US East 1C. So I'll just create this volume. Otherwise, I won't be able to attach this volume to my EC2 instance. So the snapshot ID, let it be optional over here. No need of touching anything. Just create the volume. So you can see this is a new volume that is being created. Now, if I want to attach this volume, I'll click on this action attach volume. So I can choose my EC2 instance and then I click attach volume. Now, if I go to my EC2 dashboard over here, instances, and if I click on this under the storage, you can see now it is showing me both the volumes that have been created, new one and the existing root volume. Both are being attached to the EC2 instance. Now, suppose I go back over here to my volumes. I select this volume, actions. You can see I'm getting lots of options, create snapshot and all. Let's click on first modify. You can see I can change the volume type. I can change the size from 2 to 4 and click modify. If you're increasing the size of volume, you must extend the file system, new file system. You can only do this when the volume into the optimizing state. So you can just click modify. So you can see it is being requested because that volume is already attached. Now, if you create a new volume, because it's already attached to the EC2 instance, that's why. So we can, if you normally create a volume, let's say I'm creating a volume, let's say 2 over here and US East 1C, and create a volume. So this is my third volume. If I go back, I can, still it's creating. I can modify, make it 4 and modify. So you can see the previous one also those was being attached and that is not being attached. That will also, like, it will get changed. The volume will get changed. Now we will go back to our EC2 instance. You can go to your running instance. You can see the storage. You can see it has been changed over here also. So we can change it anytime whenever we want. Now let's say I want to create a snapshot of existing volume. So I'll just go to this volume and action, create a snapshot. Now snapshots are created independent of the ability zones. And just we need to write the description, my EBS snapshot, and create snapshot. So under the heading snapshots, you can see the snapshots. So this is the one snapshot that we have created. Now this snapshot, if you want to carry it to any ability zones, you can just right click, you can see copy the snapshot. Because if I want to create a volume also, you can see create a volume also we can create. If I want to copy to certain, see copy snapshot, and I want to copy to US East 1. There is no A or B subdivisions like that. So just US East 1, and I'm copying the snapshot. So you can see snapshot has been copied. So this is it will take some time. Now suppose if this snapshots get deleted, like suppose if I'm delete the snapshot, I won't be able to recover it back. So I'll just go to this recycle bin. This is a new thing. Like if you by mistake or you delete your existing volume, so you can make a retention rule in order to recover it back. So I'll just make a retention rule RE1 and just write the description, resource type, EBS snapshots, apply to all resources, retention period of 1 day. You can also choose depending upon the tags and all, or you can apply to all the resources and create retention rule. So I have created this retention rule. Let's go back to our EC2. Instance is over here. Let's go to the snapshots. So if I delete the snapshot, so if I go to the recycle bin, you can see over here, oops, refresh resources. Just need to refresh. It may take some time. So you can see after refreshing, I got my snapshot deleted one over here. So you can select from here and you can click recover. So once you recover it, you can see we will go back to our EC2. And you can see under snapshots. If that's when we are making the snapshot, make it sure that the region it is available or not. We can also create a copy of that. And you can again, you can select this and you can just delete the snapshot, or we can just, you can see we can create a volume from a snapshot. Now, if you click, or we can create an image from a snapshot also, or copy the snapshot or modify the permission. So let's say we create a volume from a snapshot. So let's say general purpose, let's say I'm making it a 6 and I'm making in the US East 1C, and you can click create volume. So if you go to the volumes over here, so you can see this volume has been generated, and that is of snapshot. You can see the snapshot ID over here. So this is how we can create a volume, and we can create a snapshot. It's like a backup that we are creating from a volume, and that later we can restore it as a volume also. Later we can attach that volume to a EC2 instance also. So if we go back to our instances over here, so you can see this is the instance that is running. And if you go to the storage, you can see these are the storage over here. Even if you go to the volumes, if you select this one, actions, attach volume, make it show it is in the same. You can see attach the volume. If I go to my EC2, storage, now you can see these are the storage that are being added. Now when I terminate my instance, it will just terminate this root one. So let's terminate the instance, then I will show you. So you can see delete EBS volumes, which do not have a delete or termination. So I don't have, if you check over here, let me show you once more. If you go to the storage, if you drag this one towards this side, you can see delete on termination. So only this one is having, these two are not having. So these will not get affected. So if I terminate, that's what the message, delete EBS volume. If you expand this one, it is saying EBS volumes which do not have delete on termination set to true will persist. This instance is terminated only. So just click on terminate, refresh. Under the volumes, you can see this XVTA, that is a root volume. So it's gone. This one will be gone. It will take some time. So our instance is gone. Let's go to the volumes. You can see our volumes are still intact. but this one will be gone. You can see that 8 GB is gone. That was the root volume, rest all are intact. So in order to avoid any cost or something, we should just remove this all. Action, delete volume. If you want to keep it backup, just we can take it. Snapshot. So I've deleted even in the snapshots. Let's delete this one. Action, delete snapshot. So this snapshot will go to the recycle bin. Resources. You can see it showing over here because we have a retention rule of, if we can modify this, you can see over here, we have a retention period of 1 day. That's all. So I hope you understood the concept of this EBS Elastic Block Store. I hope you like my video. Please do like, share, and subscribe my channel. Thanks for watching.